Well, an aging old Strathcona cultural landmark is getting a multi-million-dollar makeover. The Varscona Theatre started out as a fire hall back in 1956, but since the 80s, theatre lovers have been lining up to see their favorite plays. Now the historic part of Edmonton's past is getting a $6 million facelift. Culture Minister Heather Klimchuk is here to tell us more. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me, Gord.
First off, this project, I know it's very special to your heart. Can you tell us why do you think it's so important to keep this building up and running?
Well, I think as a longtime theatre goer, Fringe and theatre all over Edmonton, I know that the Varscona is an icon here in Edmonton. I also know that the Varscona Theatre Alliance, all the groups that are part of the theatre, they walk the talk, and in terms of, I brag about them when I travel around Alberta, 5 theatre companies sharing one space, powerful message. And when I look at the Varscona, what it does to our community, for our economy, all those things, cultural infrastructure is absolutely important.
Absolutely. Now tell me exactly what needs to be done to keep this alive and get it back into good shape.
Well, I've had the privilege of having the backstage tour with the team there, and we know it's a very well-loved, well-used theatre, and it needs to be changed and brought up to the standards with all the things with barrier-free access and those things, and to make it a more viable space. So they will be putting in $2 million from the provincial government, and this is a very important contribution to the community and to the vibrancy of what happens just here in this area with all the great theatres that are around us.
So the province is putting in $2 million. I know the city's putting in $2 million. So where does the rest of the money come from?
Well, they've been fundraising for some time. This has been a passion on paper for some time. So I'm just so pleased as Minister of Culture to bring it to life and to support them. But of course, the fundraising is going on, and they'll be looking for other partners and other champions as well.
I know we have such an active theatre community, as you well know, here in Edmonton. It's been that way for years and years. What exactly does a theatre like this, it used to be an old fire hall, now it's been around since the 80s as a performing arts building. What does that mean for Old Strathcona and actually for Edmonton, I guess?
Well, what it means for Edmonton and Old Strathcona is just the vibrancy of the theatre community and what it does to our youth and our kids who want to maybe go into the business, be a technician, be an actor, be a writer, be a performer. And to me, we know in Alberta, it's happening all over Alberta. And what it says is just a very vibrant theatre that's alive and well, and it's just connecting us all in a profound way.
And, you know, keeping these historic buildings up and running, very important part of our past. So, you know, that's part of the reason why you're doing this as well. When can we expect to see these renovations getting done? I
believe they're going to be starting construction next spring. So they want to keep their year when they do all their shows, but as well, they want to maintain as parts of the theatre that they can. So, yeah, next spring they're going to start construction. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but I think it's just going to be a fabulous part of Old Strathcona.
Absolutely, and the sooner the better, I guess, because that's going to be hopping this is the Fringe coming up.
Oh, yes, that's correct.
Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.